this? Have you ever arrived like this? Can you give me a ride 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 like this? This is for all the scooter lovers. Can you give me a ride like this? Do you know how to drive like this? Can you feel alive like this? Will you ever love like this? I want you to give me a ride like this. Can you give me a love like this? Do you know how to drive like this? Ever feel alive with this? Have you ever arrived like this? Can you give me a ride 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 like this? This is for all the scooter lovers. Can you give me a ride like this? Do you know how to drive like this? Can you feel alive like this? Will you ever love like this? I want you to give me a ride like this. Can you give me a love like this? Do you know how to drive like this? Ever feel alive with this? Have you ever arrived like this? Can you give me a ride 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 like this? This is for all the scooter lovers. Can you give me a ride like this? Do you know how to drive like this? Can you feel alive like this? Will you ever love like this? I want you to give me a ride like this. Can you give me a love like this? Do you know how to drive like this? Ever feel alive?
What's going on, my children? Hello. Hello, hello, test mic, test mic, test mic. Hello, Radio Land. Hello. Yes. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. All right, we can review auditions today because everybody auditioned the other day. Who did well and who fell flat on their face? Still waiting to hear back. Gotta love it. That's the best part of auditioning, waiting to hear back. They love to make you wait. They get off on it. So there's that. We love auditioning. God, it's the best, isn't it? We love a sensible waiting to hear back. We love a sensible 9-week wait. We love an endless round of callbacks. We love 9 callbacks. You want me to come in 9 times in the next month? We love that. I love that for you. That's the best part. You're not waiting. You're waiting so you can be called back 10 times. We love it for you. Yes, Yes, you probably would have done better if you signed up for my Broadway Plus. That is what's standing between you and your dreams. We love the silly, stupid, and important audition process. It can't be improved. It's been perfected. There's nothing that needs to change about it. It's perfect. It's been perfected. All right, coffee hot take of this morning. Got an iced cappuccino. I just realized, well, no, I guess that's not fully true. It's just a latte with less milk. Again, going to a coffee shop is like going to Taco Bell. Same ingredients, kind of just how do you want them thrown together? Hey, some auditions be like that. Sometimes they love you. Sometimes they want to hear more. Sometimes they go thanks, and you walk out. You never know. You never know. Gotta love it. Sometimes you get a thank you, bye. Sometimes they don't even look up from their table. Sometimes they're your best friend. You go, this is weird. You're being my best friend. We love how entirely unpredictable it is and how it makes sense. We love it. Thank you. What? And then I love, what will you be doing for us today? You're lucky if you get that. What will you be doing for us today? Okay, go ahead. Thank you. I also love when the casting table, whoever's behind the table, they're mid the most hilarious conversation when you walk in, like you've just interrupted, like you've just, it's like you just walked in on apparently the funniest joke anyone's ever said, and they take like a minute to settle down while you're standing in the middle of the room. Just, all right, it sounds like you're having a great time. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Latte does mean milk, I think. Wait a minute. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. Is that Latin? What is latte? No, it's an abbreviation from cafe latte, from Italian cafe. Latte's milk in Italian. Okay, right? No? Misinformation. Milk in Italian? Latte means milk in Italian. All right. We're back on track, folks. The dementia will not get me today. Right, leche is Spanish for milk. Yeah, latte hate means a milk hottie. Hottie. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it and doing it and doing it well. We're doing it and doing it and doing it well. We're doing it and doing it and doing it well. Who is that? Anybody auditioning today? It would be kind of fun if this became just like a live audition hotline. For anyone who's out there auditioning today, we're here for all your audition needs. I kind of like that. Is anyone out there living the New York auditioning life, waking up auditioning every day? Is that a thing anymore? Is anyone doing that out there? Out there in Radioland? Anybody doing the 4 a.m. get up, wait in line for a non-equity call that I used to do? Hey, you gotta be when you're non-equity, you gotta be one of the first 10 people. So you gotta get up at 4 a.m., wait outside. How this was legal, I don't know. In the freezing cold, just so you can get seen for the touring production of Once Upon a Mattress. We love it. We love those life choices. Was anybody doing that? It was kind of like, in retrospect, it was one of those. It was so horrible. It was kind of fun. Because after you did it, after you auditioned, you get up, 5 a.m. to get in line by 6, to get seen at 10. It was a full day's work. And then after you did it, you go, well, let's celebrate. Because it was a nightmare. And then you have the rest of the day to, I don't know. What are red flags when it comes to auditioning? What do you mean? For red flags for who? Like red flags whether or not you should audition for the show? Or like if I'm watching people audition, what is a red flag? We got the audition hotline. We got Frank in Dubuque. What are you auditioning for, Frank? Well, actually, I'm going in for my there's a the touring production of Man of La Mancha. I'm going in for La Mancha. You're going in for the part of La Mancha, yes? Okay. What are you doing, Frank? I prepared 2 pieces. It's a monologue in 3 parts. Okay, so you're it's neoclassical, modern, Baroque. Uh-huh. And then I'm doing 4 bars. Doing a 4-bar cut. From Man of La Mancha? No, I wouldn't deign to sing from the show. No, it's a 4-bar cut from a little operetta called My Wife Fell Off a Cliff. Oh. Never heard of it. Yes, it's actually an original piece. Uh-huh. All right, thanks, Frank. Good luck to you, Frank. It's a monologue in 3 parts, and I will be doing a sensible 4-bar cut from a one-man operetta I wrote called Eye for an Eye, I Did Not Kill My Wife. Frank, did you kill your wife? No. Okay. Thanks, Frank. I like the idea of a 4-bar cut, though. Yes, we'd like to see 4 bars. 16-bar cut's already insane. I mean, it's a 16-bar. It's so stupid. 32 bars generally means like a verse and a chorus. And you go, that's fine. It's short. The idea that it needs to be shorter than that is so insane. It's such a stupid thing. Yes, I'm sorry. We only have time for 16 bars. We couldn't possibly do 32. We couldn't possibly do have you audition for 30 seconds. It has to be 15 or less. We're just so swamped. It should be outlawed. 16-bar cuts. Outlawed. Actually, we don't have time for that. We have time to hear you breathe and then leave. So take a breath and then get out. In fact, we don't want to see you at all. We don't. We decided we don't want to cast the show. So thank you. Offers will go out on Tuesday. Yes. Yes. You get one note. Choose your note. And please no belting. It's too early for belting. So pick a note. Mix is fine. A healthy mix is fine. We'll accept head voice and chest voice, but if you belt, I'll start sweating. And when I start sweating, it's not good for you. It really decreases your chances of getting cast. So no belting. Thank you. Hi, what note do you have for us today? It's G sharp. Great, thanks. Next. It was the wrong note. He chose the wrong note. Never sing a G sharp. Thank you. Please don't belt. It makes me break out in hives. What note have you chosen for us today? I've chosen a C flat. Get out. These people and their C flats. I know technically it's actually a note, but just call it a B. We don't have time for pretension here. Next. C flat. It's a B. Get over it. C flat. We're never casting this show. Hi, I'm going to be doing a piece from my one-man operetta that premiered in my basement at 4 a.m. last night. It's called I Can't Sleep. I can't sleep. Who will help me sleep? Where is my wife? When are we getting the Flesh musical? Probably never. I do think about it occasionally, and I've talked about it before. The deal with Flesh, well, the story with Flesh, as I've told this before, I believe, is it was kind of slated to be, instead of Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, it was going to be the musical we were going to do. But we could, it was very similar to Trail to Oregon, where I had a few versions of the script, and then Matt and Nick came on and they wanted to do it, but then we couldn't crack the script, and it changed, but we could never land anything we liked. But then they were like, yo, we got this script that's kind of ready to go that we kind of conceived years ago. It's called The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. I'm like, let's do it. Let's go. So Flesh, if I'm going to be objectively critical of my own creation, again, it's a tone thing. It's I'm not sure it works. Yeah, so I got I have a version of the script. I did a reading of it, but it was kind of knockoff Star Kid in tone, which is not what I originally intended. I intended it to be more not like serious, more it was supposed to be Mad Max on stage. It was like if you ever seen the movie like Mad Max Fury Road, any of the Mad Max movies. It's supposed to be that kind of energy. But the problem is, once it becomes a musical, it becomes very silly. Musicals are very hard to do seriously. It's very hard not to make a musical not silly. And so yeah, and some of the music's good. Some of it is not as good as I can write now. I don't know. Anyway, so the story is kind of all over the place. I did a more recent outline of Flesh that was more like mythological, like in tone, kind of like a Greek myth. Like that was the tone of it, like an ancient Greek myth. Um, but yeah, it's got tone problems. But it's still got the one thing I like about Flesh is it's got this character that narrates the show. So then I was like, maybe I just reconceive it as like kind of, oh, hate it, one man show, but told from this interesting character's perspective. It's just the thing I like about it's got this one character I really like. The setup of Flesh is the musical opens with in the dystopian future there is no food, there is only flesh, and it's about a dystopian future where everyone lives inside this one dome and the rich eat the poor because there's no food. Uh, so yeah, but it's got a lot of lore. I like it. You know, I wrote a lot of lore for it. That's cool. But it's got that tone thing where it might be just cringe. It's really musicals are tonally tricky, man. The minute you try to get serious, it gets tricky. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky. Point is, I don't know if I find it very cool anymore. Here, let me see. I got an outline of this thing. Let me see. Maybe we'll read it. See how we feel about it. I haven't read it in a long time. Excuse me. I think I have an outline of the Greek myth version. The full script I got is I find it cringe. Is this it? Holy cow. Some names and realization market Oh yeah, and the other problem with this was, every show is only as good as its villain. It's true for everything. Your story is only as good as its antagonist. And so the antagonist I have for Flesh is this evil chef. Basically, it's the story. It's just this evil chef she's the Dome's premier chef, and she's sick of cooking the same ingredients, the same human flesh, and so she's looking for something new. And also because, like, I don't know, it's weird. But so the point is, it's an evil chef, and so it's like this show becomes kind of about cooking, which is not really what was the intent of the show. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if the evil chef thing works. And again, your story is only as good as its antagonist. Anyway, the script, there's a lot of talk about like ingredients, and it was like Cake Boss, and I go, this is not what this show should be about. Like, why are we talking about cooking? But okay, actually, I think I can summarize the. Oh yeah, no, I actually had Jamie read I did. I had Jamie read the Evil Chef when I did a reading of it. Um, yes, you can't make it serious, but you can make it demented and absolutely unhinged. I don't think my version was that unhinged though. I think it wasn't nearly it wasn't that. It was cute, which was weird. Um, but so then, all right, here was I recall it. This was the kind of tall tale version. It was so the musical opens with this character named Marker, and his name is Marker because he's constantly marking up his body to donate his flesh. He's a class of people called donors. There's people who've evolved in this dome to survive by donating their own flesh, like they regenerate. I guess mutant, whatever. But they are able to survive by donating their own flesh, and so he's constantly drawing on himself and making cuts. He's like a butcher, and he's a neutral character. He's not good. He's not evil. He just is, and he knows all the dome's secrets. He knows the way of the world. He's not trying to fight it. He's a survivor. So he's narrating the show, and he goes, in the future, there is no food. There's only flesh. And so he opens the show. And he's telling the story about what was this cement farmer. I didn't have good names. But so it's a cement dome, right? It's a big slab of cement. Also, nobody knows what's on the outside of the dome. Nobody knows what year it is. Nobody has any idea. But he's telling a story of this cement farmer. And cement farming, it just means like this is what they call people who lay cement. And he's a single dad. He has this daughter named, her name changed a few times. Let's call her Phoenix. And Phoenix, hangs around him at the cement, when construction sites as they repair the dome. And one day she falls into wet cement, and it's dramatic. And I think she loses a finger, like it dries around her finger, so she loses a finger, and this is very traumatic. And she learns the lesson, and he learns the lesson that the dome is not a safe place for her. And she's a child this time, and then we do a time jump where. Like, they have this thing that's cute. Okay, now it's coming back to me. They have this ritual, her and her father, that's cute, where she lays down in the wet cement and makes like cement angels, and he's always like, come on, get out of the cement. I have to fix it now. It's very cute. It's like, I have to fix it. I can't, you've ruined the cement. We can't have your cement angels all over the dome. But they bond over it. Anyway, and then one day it goes like she's in there too long. He's off doing something else. She gets in trouble. She loses a finger. Anyway, she starts growing up, and also you have to, part of the world is like the opening number. It's kind of like Sideshow, where it's like circus freaks, because this dome's been around for, I don't know, centuries. And so people have evolved from being eaten, like people are missing limbs, and people look very circus freaky. So anyway, so the point is, she grows up, and as if this were a Disney movie, you'd see her cement angel grow, right? From as if like they're marking her height. And he realizes one day, as that she's now a woman by looking at her cement angel, and it dawns on him that this is very dangerous, because she's kind of a pure angel, as in this land of freaks, and how that's going to be very dangerous for her, because like with this evil chef, you have people looking for pure meat and beauty amongst the horror, right? So what he does is he becomes very overly protective of her. He 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 creates this thing. He's so overly protective of her. He like creates like he calls it the beauty box. And he goes, all right, daughter, get in your beauty box. She goes, I don't want to spend the day in a box. She goes, but I built this box. It's a box for a beauty. It's a beauty box. Box for a beauty. Get in your box. So he like locks his daughter away, kind of like Hunchback, because he desperately wants to protect her from the horror that's outside in the dome, people eating each other, selling their parts, etc. And of course, this drives her to want to escape, and she does so, and she finds ways to run off and play with Marker. And Marker's running his business of flesh donating, and this intrigues Phoenix very, very much. It's very Lion King, like Simba running off to play with Scar. And he starts teaching her the ways of donating, the ways of like where you can harvest your meat from without hitting an artery and stuff. You know, it's real dark, right? It's very dark. But she learns to play with knives, basically, and unbeknownst to her father. And one day, she, at the meat market where people are selling their parts and stuff, she runs into basically a prince character. And this guy, in the original script, he was like the sous chef for this evil chef. But I don't like the chef thing. Anyway, I didn't improve upon the idea. But so basically the idea is, they kind of fall in love. Like, he's never seen, such a unscathed person in the meat market before, and neither person has seen a whole intact human being amongst the land of the freaks. So they both kind of, on surface level, fall in love with each other. But this gets her in trouble because she's invited now to the upper class. She's invited to basically one of the evil chef's parties, where all the rich indulge on flesh. And basically, the evil chef sets her eyes on Phoenix as her next meal, and basically the only way Act 1 ends is, wait a minute, there are two ideas here. Well, basically, the way Act 1 ends is once the evil chef sets her eyes on Phoenix, she has to escape. And there's nowhere to run in the dome. There's nowhere to hide. So, but Marker knows there's a secret way outside the dome. He's the only one that knows about it. And basically, he ushers her outside the dome. And Act 1 ends with her, like, jumping through a trapdoor. And that's it. So she runs away. She goes outside the dome where we've established it. Nobody knows what's outside there. Maybe Marker does. And also we've set up that he's taught her, the way of the knife. Then Act 2 opens with, it's like a bunch of time has passed. And it opens with this kind of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern bit where these two cement farmers are so the rich eat human flesh, but the poor just eat like this plastic food stuff that the government hands out. This like plastic synthetic food. And so these two cement farmers are talking about, hey, what do you think's in this? What do you think's in this synthetic food stuff? I'm like, I don't know. So they look at the back of the can and they read the ingredients, and it says like, I forget what it says, but it says like, propylene glycol, carbonic acid, and 2% or less of human remains. And they go, you mean You mean we're eating people? They go, holy shit, everybody. Holy shit, stop eating it. Uh, you know, the government food is people. The government's feeding us people. And it's funny because, yeah, that's the whole conceit of the show. And these people, they're horrified that they're eating people because they've been eating plastic their whole lives. But anyway, who interrupts the bit is basically this. Well, I had two versions of this story. Okay, in one version of the story, Phoenix returns, and she's like she's a shell of her former self. She looks like basically all the flesh is gone from her. She's a wraith. She's like she's she's a wraith. She's kind of unrecognizable. She's clearly gone through it, and only Marker recognizes her. And basically she survived in this one version of the story. She survived by feeding on herself. It's real dark, but in turn she lost all her beauty, right? But she's alive, and thanks to all that training, she learned how to survive. But she comes back, and all she has on her mind is pure vengeance, and it becomes a vengeance story where she starts killing everyone on her way to kill the evil chef who did this to her. And meanwhile, she meets up with the Prince character again, and they try to see if they can love each other again. But it's actually an interesting dynamic where it's, she hates him because because she technically lost her beauty, and he's clearly fallen out of love. Like, he doesn't look at her the same way, right? They see each other again, and he doesn't look at her the same way. And so she hates him for it because, the idea that, well, you only liked me for my surface beauty. But then what's interesting is his counter argument is, you are not you anymore. You are just vengeance. Like, I don't even know. I don't recognize you because you've lost your humanity. Out in the dome, outside the dome, whatever's out there, you lost your humanity out there. So it's like both parties have a point. So it's very interesting. I find it interesting. Basically, the whole conceit of the show, the theme of the idea was, what happens in a world where beauty is so valuable? What happens when you lose it all? That was the theme I was interested in exploring. So anyway, she's on her vengeance mission. She starts killing everybody because she's a knife god now. And it's a very Count of Monte Cristo, where she kind of like becomes a chef so she can like work her way up into the upper class. So she becomes what she hates. She starts cooking people. This whole chef thing, again, I'm not sold on it. I don't like it. But eventually there's like a cook-off where she meets the evil chef and her, and they have it's dumb. But she eventually gets the evil chef, and the way she kills the evil chef, because remember, the evil chef has always wanted to eat her because she's the purest meat in all the dome that she's ever seen. Anyway, Phoenix ends up poisoning herself before the evil chef can eat her. It's very Romeo and Juliet. It's a tragedy. And but she ends up killing the evil chef. And then the button is basically, but she also managed to show the way outside the dome, where like the final button is basically her father. Like, we've totally dropped the father. Oh, because in this version, I think also at the end of Act 1 in this version of the show, the evil chef eats her father. Like it's a trade or something. So her father is dead. Anyway, so that also triggers her vengeance. But at the end of the show, basically, somehow they like take Phoenix's body, they plant, like they bury her outside the dome, and life sprouts, like a plant life sprouts from where she's buried. So the idea is that they can now leave the dome. So yeah, telling that it's not as bad, but again, it's hitting that tone. It's super dark. It's what can you I don't know. Anyway, the other version of the story involved it was more like it was more the father becomes the central character, where yes, at the end of Act One, his daughter disappears outside the dome, and then Act Two, the father like is desperately searching for her, and he interrogates Marker, and Marker tells him finally what's outside the dome, and so we go outside the dome. The father makes the trek outside the dome, and he ends up like bargaining with spirits. Like there's outside the dome is kind of this ethereal place where these spirits have Phoenix, and you know they're like slowly eating her, like she's slowly dissolving, but she's still alive. And he's like, he makes a bargain with these evil spirits, and they're like, what? And he's like, what do you want? And they like, we want to become flesh. So like he's like, okay, and he's the trade is like he goes, okay, you can inhabit my body, become full flesh as long as you spare my daughter. And they go, deal. And so then these evil spirits take over his body, and he goes on a crazed vengeance mission inside the dome, and his daughter's spared, and then anyway, that was the other twist. But then something like I have that one. I don't remember. Deal. Anyway, so that's the basic idea. Yes, yes, it becomes it. Yes, it's operatic kind of in nature, which is the tone problem because the music is not operatic in nature. It's tricky. The script I wrote, I didn't like. I do like the storytelling. I do like the story though, right? I like it. I like its themes. I like this dystopian world of living in a dome, but it's also like upon telling it, you go, yeah, but do I want to watch all this like flesh shit? You know, like, I mean, unless it's like, it's a tone thing. It's like, is it funny? Is it gross? And also, how do you do it on a stage? Like, it's a movie idea. Because it's also right. It's like I think it works best when it's a super dark and serious in tone, but you can't pull that off in a musical on stage. It's like it's going to look campy and funny. So it's weird. It's weird, but there's elements I still like about it. Oh, I have a whole bunch of demo songs, but I think I don't like the tone. I don't like it because it tonally makes me feel funny. Like I have it's a nice song. I have this song that Phoenix sings. It's called Anywhere But Here. It's a beautiful little song, but it's so Disney in this really fucked up world that I think it would be weird and not I don't know. It's like it's got like kind of a Disney soundtrack to this really dark and twisted thing. But that's why it was like actually my favorite part. I kind of started writing the words. The whole thing is just this Marker character telling the story, sitting on stage and just telling it. But then I go, does he sing? It's weird if he sings. But I love and I also what I love about it is I love the idea that they're all in this dome. Nobody knows what it's outside of it. It's one person's forced to go outside to survive, and then they come back like essentially a demon, and they come back with vengeance on their mind. And like all the beats are there. Actually, I mean, all the beats are there. It's a tone problem. It's landing on the tone of the thing because it is a good story. It's a tragedy, but it's a good story. But then I also the idea is like I think probably the purest way to tell the story, she probably should be upper class because in the version I have is she's lower class. She's a family of a construction worker in this dome, and they live off this plastic food stuff. But I'm like it's a fall from grace story. So she should probably essentially be a princess who then falls through whatever reason, an uprising or something, and it has into the world of the market and all this awful shit, and has to survive. That's probably the straight ahead way to tell it, where it's more it's like Beauty and the Beast. It's more Belle, but it's not as interesting. I don't know the Lorax movie, honestly. I don't think I've ever seen the Lorax. But I don't know if I love the songs. Again, because tonally, I'm not sure. I'm not in love with the music. So if I were in love with the music, this would be more of a no-brainer. But I'm not. I think it's got to be tonal. The music's got to be probably reconceived to be tonally more dark and weird. Because it's kind of poppy. It's kind of poppy. And I go, I can't think of anything that has a similar tone. Like it was like it's kind of Hades Town, and I go, no, that's I don't like that tone. I think it's like a less comedic Urinetown, but I guess it can't be less comedic because it's gonna be campy on a stage. So maybe you just go for that Urinetown tone where it is just kind of dark camp because I think you can't avoid it. It's like it's gonna look campy with that much blood and flesh, and so I think you'd have to embrace the camp, which kind of sucks because that's not the tone I envision. I envision this Mad Maxy thing. Um, I don't know. Yes, it's very difficult to get sinister or dark in a musical. It's very difficult, especially in musical dialogue. Like Les Mis works because it's pretty close to an opera. It's very close to an opera, and even then, it barely skirts by. I think in terms of like, this is a little silly. Sometimes it's teetering. It teeters. Oh, it's a little goofy, but it's saved by the fact that it's basically an opera. I think that's the thing. If you're going to go full series, it's got to be real close to an opera. Sweeney Todd, Sweeney Todd's there's not a lot of dialogue. Well, from what I remember, I mean, it's Sweeney Todd also what it has going for it. Why does it work? Let's think about this. Why does Sweeney Todd work? Well, also it's Sondheim is has his own tone anyway. So, but also what works is it's the Baroque, not medieval. The Victorian or these. That setting lends itself. But it's also Sweeney Todd is campy at times. Sweeney Todd's pretty campy at times. But you're right. That's close in tone, I think. Yeah, that's probably closest in tone. Yeah, Sweeney Todd is kind of campy. I mean, with the pies. Yeah, I mean, but no, but but it works. It does. It is able to get serious and dark. I think mostly because of its setting. It's that Baroque Victorian thing where there's something just inherently dark and dank and twisted. But no, that's a good. But that's pretty close. It's like if you had to compare the tone between Urinetown and Sweeney Todd, they're probably actually not that far off. Urinetown is definitely sillier, but not by much. I think. I mean, it's obviously going for jokes, but tonally, it's like they're both. I think they're closer than you might think. Gothic's the word. Yes, Gothic's the word. Thank you. I think yeah, it's got the it's very clearly gothic, and so you're in for a gothic tale. Like we know subconsciously what that is. So I don't know. Maybe if you did if you turn this into a gothic show, yeah, I guess you could. I'd say the things that like what makes it gothic is it's obviously the setting, the clothes, but it's also the characters are also a lot of them are brooding. Well, Sweeney Todd's just brooding. He's just brooding. So he's everyone's brooding. What are the steps to get? Well, if you're, you got to start auditioning. Just start easy. Local community theater. Just start there. You just got to start auditioning. Uh, if you want for, you can. There's you go on Backstage or Playbill.com, or go to your local church or community center, and I'm sure there'll be postings or something. But you got to start auditioning for stuff. That's a step. But yeah, singing every day, getting the muscles back up, getting those musical muscles back in check, and then you start auditioning for stuff. Start easy. Step one, audition for community theater. Step two, audition for Broadway. That's it. Community theater to Broadway. It's so easy. Yeah, everybody knows you make the leap from community theater to Broadway like that. It's that easy. It's like working your way up from the mailroom. You have step one, community theater. Step two, step three, profit. Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd. Yeah, okay, so, no. I'm thinking about Flesh's opening number. It's like totally, they're so different. Yeah. I don't know. It's an idea that I don't think I'll ever probably realize beyond just telling it on a live stream. It's also with ideas, you got to kind of strike when they're hot. It's like, it's not, this idea is now, it's not always true. That's not always true. Actually, this may be completely false. But anyway, it's not in my own zeitgeist really at the moment. Except maybe that's not true because I just talked about it. But I don't have a clear target for it. It's messy. It's a messy idea. And I don't like that. I like clear ideas. I like clear ideas, clear targets to hit. It's a weird thing. What's also hard about it is, right, I have existing songs. I'm a better songwriter now than I was then, but it's like, do I want to rewrite all this stuff again? Not really. So then you go, do I just... So, yeah, it's in a weird place. Had the option to be on Broadway? I like how you put it. Have any of us had the option to be on Broadway? Yes, actually, all of us, and we just decided to turn it down. Yes, Broadway's contacted all the star kids, and most of us just said no thanks. That's cute. No, let's see. The closest I've been, I got flown out to New York for an audition for an off-Broadway musical that was, the plan was a transfer to Broadway. Not sure it ever did. I'm probably just not going to name it, or if I have, then I have. But I've told this story about how it went. Absolutely, it was right around Holy Musical time. It might even be in that video essay. I don't know, but it was around Holy Musical Batman time. In fact, there might have been a conflict with that show. Had I done well in the audition, I did not do well in the audition. Turns out it's very nerve-wracking when someone flies you out to New York to audition for a show. I was not prepared. Well, I was prepared, but I didn't know how to prepare any better. Is a better way to put it. But no, I did a very cringe audition, and to the point, and I feel so bad because I let down the person who was I don't know if let down's the word, but I let down the person who was advocating for me and got me out there, and it was a bad audition. If I've not told this story, at the end of my audition, oh God, it still hurts. The director, the casting director, she goes, "Oh, you choreographed it." Oh, God. Oh. Don't do that. Don't choreograph your auditions. It wasn't a conscious choice. It was because it's what you do when you're really nervous is you lock down these movements because you're terrified of forgetting things. And you go, well, if I just do this all the time, then I won't forget. It's a fear of failure mentality, not a confidence mentality. Anyway, it was bad. Real bad. The lessons learned. What not to do. So that's the closest. No, and then when I was living in New York, I got pretty far. I have no idea because callbacks for Broadway go on 20 plus times. Like Will You told me the story when, we got him for Biff. I think he got called back 20 fucking times in like 6 months. And, what a nightmare. But I got called back several times for Avenue Q when I was living in New York. So those are really the closest I've ever sniffed. Yes, it's a bad thing to do, to choreograph your auditions. Bad's relative. I mean, it's just you're very likely. What it means is you're very likely not giving an in the moment performance because you've pre-calculated everything, and so what you're delivering is something that's not alive in the audition room. You don't want to choreograph your shit. Leave that for a choreographer once you're in the rehearsal process. That's not what the audition room's for, unless you're auditioning to be a choreographer. But as an actor, no. It's a red flag. Talk about red flags in the audition room. If you find yourself doing an audition the same way with the same hand movements every time, that's a red flag. Go back to the drawing board. You need to unlearn that. You need to be flexible. Because we want to see humanity in the audition room. We want to see something brought to life, not you delivering something that's dead and unmoving. It's like, because think about human behavior. We never do the same thing twice. Even if I repeat myself, we never do the same thing twice. Even if it was subtle, it was different. And if I'm in a different room at a different time of day, after having a different cup of coffee, after who knows what happened yesterday, your performance that day needs to reflect all that real emotion. It can't be mapped. Otherwise, it's dead. And you won't book. Chances are you won't book. Unless there are exceptions. Some people walk in and just have the greatest voice of all time, and they can do anything. So there's always exceptions to the rule. If you have the greatest voice in the world, then I imagine it doesn't matter what the hell you do. But for people who don't have the greatest voice in the world, you need to, chances are what you are bringing to the table is your humanity. There are exceptions to the rule. And some of those exceptions make it to Broadway, where not the greatest actors, but yeah, nobody sings like them. Of course I'd want to show I'd write to go on Broadway. Of course. Yes, I did the same hand movement twice. I was aware. But it also I'm not auditioning. But my point is, I also did it in the same room, looking in the same direction. So the circumstances were lined up. My point is, if this is how I practiced it, when I go to New York in a different room in front of different people, I'm going to be feeling very differently. So the idea that my hand motions will be the same is insane, because I'm going to be feeling much differently. That's why you shouldn't practice your auditions in the same place over and over again. You got to change it up, because your environment needs to influence your audition. It's not your job to ignore the environment. Don't fight your environment. Be comfortable changing environments. Be malleable. Be confident in any environment. The other thing, I didn't talk about this in their stream, but there's another way to deal with nerves is, not even nerves, but it's like, say you're doing an audition and whatever, you need to be in a great, it's a high energy character. The scene is high energy from the get-go. You're running into a room going, oh my, like in, what is the Christmas movie? Jimmy Stewart. It's a Wonderful Life. Oh, whatever he says. He runs into the room. He's so happy to see his family. Say that's what the top of the scene is, and you need to get there. So, the day of an audition or whatever, you do everything you can. You run around the block, you have 6 coffees, you listen to your favorite music before you go in, you look at pictures of your dog to put you in a good mood. You can do all that. And all that's great. Try to get there. But the minute you walk in the audition room, you drop all that effort and you accept 100% how you feel, because that has to inform what you're about to do. So no matter how hard you try, if I do all that, if I try my best to get to that mindset, I'm so grateful for my family. Holy shit, I'm so hyped. That's the ideal performance you want. But no matter how hard I try on that audition day, let's say I walk in that room and I've done all that work, but I just feel depressed, nervous, and sad. I'm not going to fight that. I'm not going to pretend I feel differently, because that will come across as false. You have to deliver how you feel at that moment. So I'm going to do a take of that scene where I feel miserable and shitty. And I walk into the room and I go, hey, family, what's up? And while it's wrong, while it's quote unquote wrong, it's real, it's alive, it's going to be funny, and it's going to stick the hell out. And it's going to show you can act because you're delivering humanity. That's how you, and suddenly I'm way different than everybody who did that scene. And all I did was give an honest portrayal of how I feel in that moment. So you have to honestly portray how you feel in the moment, even if it's fucking nervous. You can't. What gets weird is when people who are actually nervous try to pretend they're not. That's when you get weird shit in an audition room. You get shit, you get like shit, like you could, smiling through gritted teeth, and it gets really uncomfortable in what you might call a classically bad audition. Really comes down to people fighting what they feel in the moment. So you do all the work to try to get to where you want to be, how you ideally want to feel before you go on audition. You do all that work. But the minute you cross into that room, you accept 100% how you feel. If it's sad, then you're going to sing sad. If you feel nervous, then you're going to sing nervous. And that's cool, because the minute you own nervousness, it doesn't become a problem if you own it and are honest about it. You can't, but it gets weird when you fight how you actually feel in the moment, because now you're not really being human. Or it just gets weird to look at. And it's also, that's the thing that's going to separate you, is this is how I feel right now, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be honest about it. I'm depressed as hell. It's weird. It's weird. I'm auditioning for Broadway right now. It's fucking weird that I'm so depressed in front of you guys, but guess what? I'm going full depression in front of you, because that's all I got. Got to say yes to how you feel. Well, there you go. Same thing. How do you go about staying serious instead of laughing? I can't stay serious for the life of me. Well, don't try. Laugh. Again, don't fight. Don't fight it. Don't fight how you feel. It'll make for I promise you, it will make for an interesting scene if the laughter is genuine. Being genuine always makes for an interesting take in every piece of acting. It's like acting is equally the easiest thing in the world and the hardest thing. As I said this before. Again, it can be so easy. If you're 100% genuine about how you feel in the moment, it's going to be interesting as hell to watch. It already sounds more interesting, the fact that you, in a serious scene, you can't take it seriously. You're laughing all the time. I'm interested. It may be wrong, but suddenly I'm awake as an audience member going, what the? I'm awake. I'm alive. I'm in tune, and go, this is really, we've seen 100 people come in here and do the scene the same fucking way, being all serious. But this person comes in as, you're now memorable because you brought something to life. Even if that's why they say, this is what they consider bold choices, strong choices. Basically, that means you're making wrong choices. So just be genuine. If you can't take it seriously, then you can't take it seriously. If you want to take it seriously, well, then you should have spent the weeks, days before trying to triangulate that. But then you let it go and you go, hey, I did my best. This is how I feel now. This is hilarious. It makes for really interesting choices, and that's all we want as an audience member. We want something that's alive, interesting, and honest, and vulnerable. Don't lie. The point is, don't lie in your audition. If you're nervous as fuck, don't lie about it. And I don't even mean like vocally, like emotionally and in your body. Don't try to tell me in your body that you're not, because then it gets weird. Then we get into the frozen hand motions and all this robotic shit. It's fine. It's fine to walk into an audition honestly and just be like, "Oh, I'm so nervous," and just put it out there. It doesn't matter. It's fine. If that is helpful to help you own it. You have to own how you feel. Don't fight it, because we can all smell a lie. Yes, Broadway could take notes. Broadway could take notes. That's why, part of the reason I left New York is I got disenfranchised with what Broadway was putting out there. It's not exactly what I want to see. But again, and you can cut to the front of line if you have, a Broadway level voice, one of the greatest voices in the world. Then these rules don't apply to you. So, it doesn't matter. But for most of us, that's not the case. Our vocals range in quality. It's like, again, I like sports. It's like some people are 6'9", 250 pounds that can run a 4.40. They don't really need to do much compared to the guy who's not as fast, not as tall, not as strong. Some people just born like that. You mentioned looking at pictures of pets. My family has a dog, a senior dog now, Chloe. She's hanging on. She's a very funny dog. I've never met a dog that doesn't like humans more than her. She's very much more a cat than she is a dog. She doesn't human. The least affectionate dog. She's a Shih Tzu. The least affectionate dog I've ever encountered in my life. But we love her. She's a stinker. Yeah, backing up, it's like when I left New York, I was writing Oregon Trail. I'd stopped auditioning in New York because I'd become disillusioned a little bit. I was writing Oregon Trail, and I was like, this is what I want to see on stage, something like this. And I was like, I'm just in my apartment writing all day. I'm stopped auditioning. Why am I in New York? Moved back home to Chicago, got linked up with Star Kid, and then Holy Musical Batman. I was like, this is exactly what I want a musical to be. It's the funniest script I've ever read, and it has catchy tunes. And I go, this is what musical theater should be. And so yeah. That it's like that's exactly what I want from a show, and that's what I've been trying to do with Oregon Trail for years. Catchy tunes, funny script. Because I couldn't believe whatever that period from, I don't know, whatever period, early 2000s for sure, you're not walking out of a new Broadway musical with a tune stuck in your head. There's exceptions, Wicked, Book of Mormon, like the exceptions, but as a rule, you're not walking out of the theater with a single tune in your head and you go, this is insane. It's Broadway. Broadway used to be the popular music of the time. So it was crazy to me. Wait, what? There's a TTO production who has a song named Coat Hanger. What are the implications of Coat Hanger? I think it's a funny name. Am I missing something? I guess I'm missing something. Oh, I see. That's why Beetlejuice is my favorite Broadway show. Somebody goes, it cracks me up and gets stuck in my head. Sure. That's what it should do. That's what a Broadway show should do. That's what it should do. You should be walking out of the theater humming. That's all I'm saying. When the World's at Stake started out as a Jack Bauer song, and then was completely reconceived for the mother. Completely reconceived. If you're a sucker for Cats the Musical, you got to watch the movie. It's the greatest movie ever made. Single-handedly the greatest film of all time. And I'm only half being ironic. It's a masterpiece. I've never had a better time in a movie theater than watching Cats. I've never had a better time. I saw it twice. Both times were transcendent experiences. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. That movie made me so happy. From the opening frame, when the disembodied heads are just floating at you. Everybody in the packed theater I saw was howling. It's so funny. And then the 5-minute monologue at the end of the movie where it keeps ending, but she keeps going. You go, what is this? God, that movie is so fun. It's got nightmare fuel in it. It's got I think there's just so much good nightmare fuel. I think that's part of the appeal. I appreciate that, MC. Thank you. Do I remember the Denim Menace? Yes, I do. I do remember the Denim Menace. Yep, Pays to Be an Animal is a song I wrote back in college, I believe. That's how old that song is. The problem is you can't do Cats Part 2 because the joke is out. You're not going to get a group of you're not going to get a group of A-list celebrities again going for the Oscar. It's a one-time thing. Nobody's going to go to Cat Camp again to try to win the Oscar. That's what makes that movie so good. Everybody thinks they're going to get a nomination. Unfortunately, Cats 2 nobody's going to think they're going to get a nomination. Oh. Cats 2. Welcome to Cats 2. Hey, we're here for all your audition needs today on the December 5th, 2023. 2024 is right around the corner. Are you auditioning? Are you auditioning? What are you doing if you're not auditioning? What are you doing if you're not auditioning? Cool. All right, so I've been working on this viral hit some more. Got it down under 2 minutes. For anybody who doesn't know what's going on, I got the song Pauly Shore, trying to make a little Instagram promo for it. There's a few more things I wanted to do. Try to get the formatting right for Instagram Reels. Father, when can I leave to be on my own? Okay, it's on my bucket list. I need to learn how to rock scream before I die. Gotta do it. It's the whole false chords thing. I've watched so many YouTube videos on it. The idea is like you start with like a vocal fry, like and then you amplify it essentially. It's like it's so awful. I don't know how they do it. But I gotta learn how to do it. It's very strange. Oh, I think I got that recording though. I found the father. Here, I'll play it. And then you add a vocal fry. Something like that. I don't know how they do it, man. It's crazy. I just sound like a dying cat. No, I think I hit the note. I didn't nail the scream, though. I think I hit the note, maybe. But I didn't. It doesn't have that scream. Oh, that rock scream. Yeah, the note was there. All right, let's check this out. See if this makes sense. Let's dig in this new. Let's dig in this new song. Let's dig in this new song. What? Oh, play the timeline, buddy. Let's dig in this new song. It started with this. Too loud. That's all right. It goes to C. I like the forevermore thing. What rhymes with forevermore? Adore, explore, implore. I'll clean the floors. Dora, explore. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. In the army now. Melt your icy heart like Pauly Shore, because he melts ice in Encino Man. Lock myself inside like Pauly Shore. Biodome. Each chorus has a Pauly Shore reference. I need a jury, dude. It's a goofy move. You're judging my fall. You're still on the scene. Your father is mean, but I never will cross. Pauly Shore movies are fun. You really gotta look up Pauly Shore and Pinocchio. Father, when can I leave to be on my own? Pauly Shore is a good name for a song, though. All right, so I got to do some more work. I think also I need to get rid of. I want to get to the Pauly Shore thing quicker. I'm gonna delete this "Clean the Floors" clip. I'll clean the floor. Yeah, that's hilarious, Jeff. So fucking funny. Jesus, I'm so fucking funny. I'm just like the fucking funniest, aren't I? Clean the floors. Witty. So fucking witty, this guy. He's about as funny as Pauly Shore, this guy. Jesus. So witty. What a creative feller. Play. Adore, explore, implore. Dora, explore. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. In the army now. Melt your icy heart like Pauly Shore. Also, the other idea. Well, I need to fill in those faces. Those horrifically empty faces at the end. But also, I was thinking maybe dragging this clip and actually putting it at the beginning. See what that does. Like if I just put it the first clip. See what this does. This makes sense. Pauly Shore is a good name for a song, though. It started with this. It goes to C. Now, right? I don't want to spoil it, I guess. But I do want to get to the joke quicker. It goes to C. I like the forevermore thing. What rhymes with forevermore? Adore, explore, implore. Dora, explore. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. In the army now. Or, what if I put it there? Where's it a clip? Understand, make it clear what I'm doing. Dora, explore. Adore. What rhymes? Adore. Wait a minute, how would this work? What rhymes with forevermore? Adore, explore. In the Dora, explore. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. No. What? What the hell did I just do? Great. What did I just do? No, what I want. I hate Final Cut Pro. I hate it. I hate it so much. Dora, explore. Hold on. Too loud. I want to put it here. God. Constantly lifting from storyline. That's all you do in Final Cut. It's lift from fucking storyline. Pauly Shore is a good name for a song. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movie. So go like this. Forevermore. Adore, explore, implore. Dora, explore. Pauly Shore is a good name for a song, though. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. In the army now. I know it's confusing. Still confusing. Maybe this Dora Explore thing just makes things confused. What if I do Dora Explore? Rule of 3, right? adore, explore, implore. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. In the Army. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Where is it? Or explore. Pauly Shore is a. Pauly Shore is a good name for a song, though. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movie. Yeah, it doesn't really communicate though that's the rhyme. So maybe not. I'll just leave it. I'll save it for the button at the end. Dora Explorer. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. Dora Explorer. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. In the Army now. In the Army Bald now. McNamara is fucking cool. Melt your icy heart like Pauly Shore, because he melts ice in Encino Man. Lock myself inside like Pauly Shore. Biodome. Each chorus has a Pauly Shore reference. I need a jury, dude. It's a goofy move. You're judging my fall. My cheddar is lean. You're still on the scene. Your father is mean, but I never will cross. Well, no, here, let's format this better. Right, I need that part. I know what you want to. You really gotta look up Pauly Shore and Pinocchio. Father, when can I leave to be on my own? Alright, I need those 3 bits. Okay. Cause I do what I want. Pauly Shore movie. And he's laying down on his side like he's dead. Eyes closed? Yeah. Cause I do what I want. Cause I do what I want. There's that one. And then this one. Like I'm free like a bird. And I know what you want to. Low angle. You want to. And then be a movie star. Show the world what it's been waiting for. Show the world what it's been waiting for. Be a movie star like Pauly Shore. Brilliant. Fucking perfect. Everything's perfect. Fucking genius. So much genius. All the genius. All the genius. Oh, there's just so much genius in one place. What are we going to do with all this genius? I don't know what to do with all this genius. I'm sorry. There's just no room for all this genius. What? Huh? Why is there no information in these clips? That's very weird. Okay. Try it again. There you go, bud. Look at you. Look at you, bud. Look at you. Stupid. Where's Pauly Shore's dead clip? This is what I'm going to try to do here. Pauly Shore. Pauly. Yep, that's cool. Or not. Pauly. See if we can fix this a little bit. I do like it looking silly. What needs to happen? Perfection achieved. Pauly Shore. Pauly. I can soften that one edge. There we go. Perfection achieved. Pauly Shore movie. Pauly Shore movies are fun. Now, wooden boy time. Wooden boy time. I'm free. I'm free as a wooden boy. Free as a wooden boy. Nope. Nightmare. Nightmare fuel. Love it. We love some solid nightmare fuel. That is nightmare fuel. Gotta love it. You really. God, that's awful. That is wonderfully awful. Or do I do this? A slightly stronger chin. Okay. Nightmare Fuel achieved. Thank you, Nightmare Fuel. You really gotta look up. I'll give it a little more airtime. You really got. You really got. You. Color. You really got. You really gotta look up Pauly Shore and Pinocchio. Father, be on my own. All right, I need one more. What is John gonna do? What's going on with John? What about John discovering Skibbity? What about it? What? There's a clip of me saying I like fucking Pauly Shore, and you know this. Interesting. Don't recall saying this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what emotes are. Sorry. I suppose it's something I should learn. I'll have John. Sure, I'll have John do the full makeover. I need one more movie poster to finish the song, or I don't know, a scene, Pauly Shore scene. I don't know. Gone through all the movies. Guest House? I don't remember this movie. I think this is a more recent one, which is not great. A classic. That's kind of a fun image. I'll download this one. It's from Jury Duty. It's from Jury Duty. This one's probably too low res, but I'll download it. Jury Duty. From Jury Duty. Why are the clips only from Jury Duty? A clip from just one more good image.
This is what put this place on the map.
What are you doing, Mrs. Stoney? No, you can't do this. You can't do this here.
Leave now. You must leave now, please. Look, Kashmir, Rajneesh, why don't you just chill? No, but still. Link and I are cruising the mountain, bro, and we figure we's a little Jews.
No, we sing the Jews.
Jews.
Grab this still frame, maybe. Or is this better?
Link, honey, how was your day? How are you adjusting?
He's doing just great. We got him enrolled in all his
A fly.
Shoot fly, don't bother me. Shoot fly, don't bother me. Shoot fly. Good catch. This is what
Better. Well, maybe actually here.
put this place on the map.
What are you doing, Mrs. Stoney? No, you can't.
No. I don't know. Maybe this. Yeah, that's not a great clip, man. It's just not. I'm hurting for clips here. What about Garfield? What's going on with Garfield? All right, this is the best I can do. This clip's the best I can do. Time to cut out another face. I think Pauly Shore would be happy to know that I'm cutting out his face. I think he'd be really happy to know that. I think he'd be happy. At least that's what I tell myself so I can sleep at night. I'm a sane person. Jesus. Jesus Christ. That's too much me. Holy. Good God. I don't think this one works because you don't know what the hell you're looking at. Yep, give me a nice wide face. Sure, why not? Who cares? Whoops. I don't even know what I'm mumbling. What am I mumbling? Pauly Shore's a... Okay. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, close. This one doesn't work because he's looking that way. None of this works. Doesn't matter. See how awful this looks. Pauly Shore is a good name for a song, though. Pauly Shore is a good name for a song, though. Great, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. You really gotta look up Pauly Shore and Pinocchio. Father, when can I leave to be on my own? Pauly Shore is a good name for... Pauly... Pauly Shore's a good name for a song, though. Great, hilarious. What a funny thing. You won the internet. This is about winning the internet. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. This is about winning the internet. Hi. Would you like to win the internet? Would you like to win an audition? Would you like to win the internet? Leave to be on my own! Pauly Shore is a good name for a song. All right, let's watch this fucking genius. Let's dig in this new song. It started with this. It goes to C. I like the forevermore thing. What rhymes with forevermore? Adore, explore, implore. Dora, explore. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. In the army now. Melt your icy heart like Pauly Shore, because he melts ice in Encino Man. Lock myself inside like Pauly Shore. Biodome. Each chorus has a Pauly Shore reference. I need a jury, dude. It's a goofy move. You're judging my fall. You're still on the scene. Your father is mean, but I never will cross. Pauly Shore movies are fun. You really gotta look up Pauly Shore and Pinocchio. Father, when can I leave to be on my own? Pauly Shore is a good name for a song, though. We just won the internet, folks. We just won the internet. The internet has been won. It's over. Nothing else needs to be said. Need to make this clip black and white, though. And yep. And but I never will cross. Pauly Shore movies. I never will cross. Pauly Shore movies are fun. You really got. I think we'll just use this clip. Pauly Shore movies are fun. You really gotta look up Pauly Shore. There's an audio thing. Explore. Hold on. Thinking of Pauly Shore movies. In the army now. It's forevermore. This could use a boost. What rhymes with forevermore? Adore, explore, song. It started with this. Let's dig in this new song. It started with this. Let's dig in this new song. It started with this. Turn it up, Jeff. Let's dig in this new song. It started with this. It goes to C. I like. All right, that's certainly a rough cut of this thing. Pauly Shore is a good name for a song, though. Woo-hoo, we did it, we fucking did it. Holy shit, we did it. Yeah, Pauly Shore might see it. I don't know. It's such a weird song. It's like, I don't know if he'd think it cool or he's like, I should sue this guy. I don't know. Who knows? I'm probably going to run it by my friend who actually knows him. See what he tells me, you know, he thinks this is a good idea. Or if he thinks it's just weird. Missing our offline titles effects. What? Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Also, before I upload it to Spotify, there's that glitch in that vocal is driving me crazy. So I gotta see if I can fix that. At the very least. At the very least. What was it? Okay. Yeah, it is strange. I have this connection to Pauly Shore. Actually, it is very weird. It's a weird coincidence. And I live where he used to live. He lives in Vegas now, but he used to live right around where I live, and I'd see him occasionally. It's kind of weird. LA is weird like that. LA is very strange when it comes to that sort of thing. Is John streaming right now? John Mattison, son of Matt. Is son of Matt streaming right now? Tomorrow, I see. Yeah, LA is very LA. LA is so LA. It's like so LA out here. You wouldn't believe how LA it is in LA. Like LA gonna LA, you know? Like it's just gonna LA. It's just like you run into celebrities all the time. Because it's LA. So I'm like friends with all the celebrities. I know them all. Name a celebrity. I probably am friends with them, or know somebody who is friends with somebody who knows that celebrity. So like, look, a celebrity just walked by my. I'm sure they were a celebrity. I've never seen them before, but they must be a celebrity because they're in LA. Person walks outside, it's a celebrity. Welcome to LA. Welcome to LA. The minute you move here, you become a celebrity. The minute you move here, though. Yeah. Anyway, yes. The minute you move here, you become a celebrity. You become celebrity. Celebrity. I'm sorry, are you a celebrity? Okay. Do you even celebrity? I'm sick of having to explain to people that I'm a celebrity. Like, why do I have to explain it? I'm a celebrity. It's like, come on. I live in LA. Yeah, it's fine if you're in debt, though. It doesn't matter because you're a celebrity. So it's like, is debt even real out here? Debt's not a thing. That's a government construct. Debt is a government construct. It doesn't matter. You're a celebrity if you're a celebrity. What even is it? I don't understand. What even is it though? But for real. What even is it? I don't understand. Like you don't. It means like what? You don't have money? What are you not a celebrity? I don't get it. Like what? Like you don't have money? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. Get your debt away from me. Keep your debt to yourself. Like seriously, I don't want it. Think I want your debt? Gross. Let's go get a cold brew. I'm sorry, what? You have debt? Is that like having cancer? Gross. I don't want it. Like for real though, I don't want it. Shut up, don't talk about it. No, seriously, like shut up. I don't want to hear about it. So it's like it means like no, it means like you don't have money. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't want it. Shut up. Keep your debt to yourself. I don't want it. It's contagious. Just move to LA. You'll become a celebrity. It's all fine. Just get a sponsorship. Oh, you have debt? Just get a sponsorship. It's so easy. It's so easy to get sponsorship. I don't know, like an energy drink or something. I don't care. You think I care? I don't care. Yeah, just like get a sponsorship energy drink. Debt and also like don't like bring it in your consciousness. Don't say the word. It's like it's bad energy. It's like a bad energy. Like no money, bad energy. I like the energy of money. That's like good energy. Wait, you're in debt? Like what sign are you? What's your sign? You're in debt? You must be a Virgo. Definitely a Virgo. I don't like Virgos. They're always in debt. Give me a Taurus. They're always fucking rich. That's funny. That's a funny bit. Judging people's bank accounts based on their sign. Oh man. uh I'm actually going to Google what's the sign that's most likely to be in debt. I bet there's an answer to this. What your zodiac signs say about your finances. This is a Lending Tree article. This is an article actually associating credit scores with zodiac signs. Get the hell out of here. They're taking this dead seriously. Key findings. Aries and Libras are the most adept at using credit and debt. So they're fucking rich. Leos and Virgos have the most concerning credit profiles with high balances and lots of debt. Stay away from Leos. They're like always in debt. Geminis keep low debts and high credit scores. Geminis are fucking rich. I'll sleep with a Gemini. They're fucking rich. Cancers, Scorpios, and Capricorns are generally middle of the road. Oh, they're so middle class. Cancer, middle class. Don't want to. Caps, so they're like middle class, like suburbs. Get me out of here. Tauruses and Aquarians are debt averse. Holy shit, I knew it. We're debt averse. We're averse to debt. Tauruses, yes, they're like averse to debt, but could still do a better job of managing their bills. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense. If you are averse to debt, how can you do a better job of managing their bills? That quite literally means you will never go into debt. I'm like allergic to debt. Give me a Taurus. They're allergic to debt. Sagittarius and Pisces run up their debts higher. Oh, God, Pisces, they're the worst. They're always in debt. This doesn't make sense. Run up their debts higher than other signs, but are middle of the road in terms of managing their finances. That sounds like they're the worst. They really did this. Holy shit, this is a thing. Virgo, this says Virgo, credit catastrophe. Oh my God, Virgo is dating a Virgo. Credit catastrophe. Oh my God. Oh my God, never again. Libra, masters of debt. This is hilarious. Scorpio, careless with credit. Scorpio's absolutely careless. Careless. It's like watch your money. Like keep an eye on it, you know? Like money's real. Keep an eye on it. It's like your kid. Like don't let your money just like run around. It's going to fall down. Pisces, big spenders. Is it a good thing? I know, wait. Pisces were a disaster, right? This is crazy. This is a fucking crazy. They have the highest credit score. Here we go. There's numbers for this. What? Highest credit score. Here we go. I knew Taurus was high, though. I know it. They're fucking rich. Aries is number 1 with a 678.7 credit score. Taurus number 2. They're so fucking rich. Give me a Taurus. Fucking rich. They're like allergic to debt. They're allergic to debt. Give me that. I'm allergic to debt. Gemini. Here we go. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Now we're in the middle class. I guess middle class starts with Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. So middle class. And then the worst with that. Sag, Cap, Aqua, Pisces. Stay away. Stay away. Listen. It's like the reason I like Taurus over Aries, yes. Aries are the richest. But here's the thing. Like Aries are just a little too careful with their money. Like a Taurus will still like play with their money. They're fucking rich, don't get me wrong, and they're allergic to debt, but they're allergic to debt. They'll never get into debt. Aries is like a little conservative. They're the richest, but like I need a little excitement in my life, you know, just a little bit, like never dead. This is crazy. Methodology. This is using an anonymized sample of over 1 million lending tree account holders. Holy shit. They did a study on this. Over 1 million. I guess this is 100% true. They just outed everybody. You've just been outed. We all know your bank account now from your sign. And it makes sense. I'm fucking rich. It's pretty obvious. I think it's been pretty obvious on these streams how just like loaded I am. It's like I'm allergic to debt. I don't do it, you know. There's like debt, I don't do it. I don't bring it into my consciousness. It's not even in my consciousness. I don't understand. It's like I'm a celebrity. It's like I'm a celebrity. Stay away from caps. Oh my God, caps with money. Oh, they're the worst with money. Actually, they're the third worst with money. But like, it's like I would never even go near a Pisces, so I don't even need to worry about it. But like, you know, it's like you can find yourself in a room with a cap and just stay away. It's like you'll never be at a party with a Pisces, but like you'll be at a party with a cap, but you just gotta stay away. Stay the hell away. Once in a while, like a Sag will sneak into a party, and then you gotta go, well, I don't know. The answer is no. I cut the line. I cut it at Cancer. Some people do Leos. Some people go as low as Leos. I can't. Cancer's it. Cancer, you have to be a Cancer or above. Sorry, I don't do Leos. Yes, technically upper middle, but I don't. It's like they're more like middle upper than upper middle, and it's like that's why I don't. If you're in debt, just don't be. I don't understand. If you're in debt, just don't be. I don't get it. If you're in debt, just find yourself a Taurus. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, signs in there. There's a Constellation coffee near me, but I've been in it and it has nothing to do with anything. It's the most basic's the wrong word. I guess it's the most basic. It's the least inspiring coffee shop I've ever been in. Signs and their coffee. Holy shit. God, you can find anything, huh? Do you know you can find anything on the internet? What coffee order are you based on your Zodiac? Okay, so do we want... We'll see what this does. What coffee order are you based... Oh, what coffee order are you based on your Zodiac sign? I think we want it the other way around, though. I don't know. Is this... I want studies, though. I think this is just somebody making this shit up. No, yeah, this is made up. Give me studies. I want numbers. New York Post. Okay, so these are theoretical, I wish Starbucks did a study. This is I don't know which one of these to trust. This is all. Discover the top 5 Zodiac signs who are coffee lovers. Let's see if this is, Aries. Oh, they're so rich. And they love coffee. Aries, but they're kind of boring because they're so rich. You know what I mean? First up, on our cosmic coffee journey is Aries, known for their dynamic and fearless nature. Just like a strong cup of coffee, Aries individuals prefer... Why is this a ranking? Oh, this is the top 5 coffee lovers. So Aries loves coffee the most. Individuals prefer their experiences bold and invigorating. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee aligns perfectly with their go-getter attitude because they're fucking rich. Whether it's a shot of espresso or a rich cappuccino, Aries folks thrive on the intense flavors of coffee. Number 2, Leo. Well, Leos are middle class, right? Didn't we talk about this? I don't do Leos. I don't think I do Leos. Leo with their regal and charismatic personalities, another zodiac sign that embraces the world of coffee. Boring. 3, Libra. I don't even remember. Are Libras rich or poor? I don't even remember. I think they're poor, right? No, I don't remember. Are they rich? I don't know. For Libra individuals, life is all about... This is so... Okay, so 3 is Libra, 4 is Cap, but Caps stay away. And 5, Pisces, the poorest. Oh my God, of course, Pisces love their coffee. It's like, because it's all they can afford. You know what I mean? Holy Jesus. It's like Cap, it's like Pisces. If you stopped buying coffee, maybe you could get out of debt. That's all I'm saying. It's like, yeah, you're in debt. You're buying coffee all the time. The type of coffee you should order based on your zodiac sign. Here we go. This is science, folks. Good Lord. Guess what Aries is? This famous, this common coffee drink, a spicy Mexican mocha. Uh-huh. Thanks to the influence of your ruling planet Mars, along with your fire sign. What's the logic here? Okay, I don't even know. Okay, a Mexican mocha is a mocha with cayenne, cinnamon, and definitely served piping hot. Okay, Taurus, here we go. Lavender latte. Where these drinks don't exist. I've never been in a coffee shop that's had either of these drinks. Question is, if there's anybody from Mexico, I imagine in Mexico they don't call it a Mexican mocha. I imagine they call it a mocha. Am I correct? Weird. Zodiac signs and coffee habit. Back to Aries. God, everybody's obsessed with Aries. Aries, once caffeine buzz fast, fierce, and now. Because Aries can't be stopped because they are warmongers. Can't wait for the barista to brew a fancy frappuccino. Yet their go-to drink is espresso. All right. Well, let's talk about me. Taurus loves caffeine, but sweet, creamy, fancy drinks. Okay, you got me there. The one to take the, except I've given it up. So what does that say? What does that say? I do creamy. I don't do fancy anymore. The one to take the longest time to order, deciding on not what they want. What? The one to take the longest time to order, deciding on not what they want, but how much they want, will end up with the largest drink or more refills. Go-to drink, double chocolate chip blended cream frappuccino. What the hell is this? Starbucks doesn't even have that. That does sound good. See what they have for Capricorn. Okay. I never heard it. Go-to drink, long black. What's a long black? No milk, isn't it just, what? No milk, no sweets, no cream. So you mean just black coffee? What's long about it? Also, you choose cafe few minutes away from job. Who doesn't? This is like an article written by a. This is an AI generated article, 100%, because things are slightly weirdly off. In a long cup, I've never heard. I mean, we got your venti cups. What the hell's a long cup? So you're telling me I can walk in to the coffee shop and order a long black and they're not going to look at me like I'm fucking crazy? Okay, it is a real thing. But it's commonly found in Australia and New Zealand. It's a single shot of espresso into hot water. So I guess the equivalent here is an Americano, which makes sense why they wouldn't call that in non-American countries. Maybe. Ooh, the thing I do fucking want, though. It was like a TikTok coffee thing, I think. I don't know if it was Vietnamese coffee, but it was like it ended up looking like a dessert, like a pudding. It's like coffee pudding shit. It looked real good. I think it was Vietnamese coffee. Vietnamese coffee. What makes Vietnamese coffee different? It's just a choice of beans. Okay, then that wasn't it. It was like a whipped coffee thing, but it's like it would it's like it would become, you had to like eat it with a spoon. It was made with like, what do you call it? Instant coffee. It was like instant coffee, like sugar. I don't know if it was egg yolk or heavy cream, but the basis was sugar, obviously, and but instant coffee. It wasn't strained. There you go, Dalgona, the Dalgona thing. Yeah, that looked real good. Dalgona. Maybe I'll fucking make one. Okay. Yeah, that looks real good. Wait, does any place have a Dalgona near me? That'll keep me going. Top 10 best Dalgona coffee in Los Angeles, in LA. 10 best celebrity Dalgona shops. Pazza Gelato. This place looks like it's got sick coffees. It's 20 minutes away. God, they got some sick shit, though. What is this? Holy. What are you? Super easy to write. Well, wait, what? Okay. Yeah, Dalgona, what? It's, how to make Dalgona. One tablespoon instant coffee. It's brown sugar. That was it. 1 tablespoon brown sugar. 2 tablespoons hot water. Milk of choice. And then like a whipper, you hand whip it. But then it's just on top of milk. Oh, right. So it is just it's just instant coffee. But how does it become creamy? The best part of figuring out how to make Dalgona coffee is that it takes absolutely no skill to do. I love skills that take no skill to do. That's the best. I'm in. Whisk or hand mixer. Okay. What do I need, right? Okay. You need a hand mixer of some sort or a whisk in a bowl that's big enough. So you hand whisk it. Easiest way is combine the 3 ingredients and use a mixer. I'm going to fucking do this. Holy shit, I'm going to do this. With coffee, you can use decaf or regular. Get out of the decaf. I know a lot of people who are going to handle caffeine at night. Well, it's not at night, buddy. When it comes to milk, it's entirely up to you. Also, oat milk should be shot into the sun. One tablespoon of instant coffee, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of hot water. What do I do with the hot water? All right, this is really easy. We're going to triple the recipe. Just be clear, we're tripling the recipe. That's so Taurus of me. Oh my God, it's so Taurus. Triple the recipe. I just give me a Taurus. They're fucking rich. Hot damn, that looks good though. Looks better than this. Yuck. What have I been doing? What have I been doing, huh? Dude, and what if you just like modify it, add a little cinnamon in there? A little nutmeg? A little allspice? Hot damn! Yeah, tripling the recipe is very Taurus of me. Except I wish I just had the recipes. I don't have brown sugar. I don't have instant coffee. Yeah, this person tripled the recipe. All right, I'm going to go do this. I was going to say, I can either put the stream on hold, but it's probably going to take me more than 20 minutes. It's going to take me more than 20 minutes. It'll take me 30 at least. So I'm going to end the stream and I'll start it again. Right? Or does it make sense to hang out for 30 minutes? I don't know. What's streamer etiquette here? We'll put little chocolate chips in it. I don't have a frother. I got a hands and a whisk. I got a hand whisk. All right, I'll end it. All right. Hopefully I try. Yeah. Jesus, I'm gonna add so much to this thing. All right. I'll be back in like 30 minutes. Woohoo!